If you subtract that 60,000 from 10, then you can make a profit of 26,000. Now, other benefits of pigs is that when you keep pigs, you find out that you can make some money within the shortest time possible. Now, they are not very involving like cows when it comes to feeding. Depending on the farmer or depending on the person who is rearing the pigs, all depends on one, the environment in which they are in, and the practices of feeding. Now they will adapt to those within the shortest time possible. The pig I brought here, all of them, that is about 80 pigs. 6 of them became number ones. One of them was the best. You should wait for 60 days. That is after the pigs were born, so that you can start selling the first piglets within 60 days.
In this program, we are going to look at places that we visited, from Githunguri to Keno to Chaka to even Kirinyaga. Join us as we recap the year 2024. My name is Alexander from Paul's Farm.
Hello, my name is Simon Ikanya. I am a veterinarian doing my practice majoring on porcines, the bovines, the caprines and the ovines. I also do some practice in poultry, but not in very detailed perspective. Today we are going to discuss more about production, specifically pig production, and our host is Piglet Sagana. This is our farm that we are going to use today. Piglet Sagana is located in Kirinyaga County, Kirinyaga West Sub County. Sagana sub-location on your 3 kilometers from Karema stage. That is on your way from Sagana to Nyeri Highway. Our viewers, we welcome you to today's video. We hope you shall enjoy and learn more. When you are doing the classification of pigs, we can classify them using their age. Basically, from the day of birth to weaning, we normally classify those ones as piglets. A very good example of piglets in our viewers is we have piglets. These are day 10 from birth. Another example, we have another piglet, another batch of piglets here, which are near day 24 from birth. Yeah, I hope you are following. This is a batch of piglets which are 1 month old. Yeah, I think that's enough for when we are dealing with, when we are talking about piglets. The next batch, when we are classifying the pigs, we normally refer to them as winners. A very good example of winners are here. We just weaned them 2 weeks back. You can capture the other side then to have a good layout of what the winner is. Then the next pen, this will have some winners. Yeah, it's a very good example of the winners. Then, when we are doing the classification, we have the focus. And very good example of the focus are just next to in the next pen. You just keep watching, get there. These are the focus. The focus. We also classify the pigs into girts and also sows and the boas. Okay, our viewers, these are in our farm. These are examples of an ideal girt. The girt is a female pig, specifically used for breeding purposes. For our case, these are examples. Hope you can, the photos are very clear. Yeah. Same case, we have some gifts in the next pen. And maybe the camera person can show them. Then, the next categories are the sows. And the sows are the female pigs, which have already given birth. An example of a sow are here. These are our sows. These are our sows. These are the sows. We also have sows here. The two of them, they are sows. Yeah, these are sows. The other one is also a sow. So basically, farmers, our recap, the recap of the matter we have discussed is we classify the pigs in one, the piglets, that's from day of birth to the day of winning. The second categories are the winners, that's from winning to about 5 months. The next category we have the girt, and we have said that the girt is a female pig specifically for breeding purposes. We have the girt, the boa. Sorry, the boa is a male pig basically used for breeding purposes. And the last category is the sow. A sow is a pig that has already given birth. And I've given various examples in our previous context. From the day of birth, it's very crucial and essential to make sure that the piglet is in the best state possible. And during day 1 of birth, you should ensure that the farrowing pen is very clean. Also, you should ensure that it's very dry to minimize chances of the animal, of the piglets, developing some health condition immediately after birth. During day 1, ensure that the piglets have suckled enough colostrum from the sow. That should be done immediately. Then, you should ensure that there is enough milk. In some incidences, you may find that the sow has no enough milk, or maybe has developed a condition called agaractia. Basically, in simple terms, it's lack of milk production. That one requires a veterinarian to come and intervene and manage that one. Then, the 3 from birth, we have the first management practice, whereby we do the tooth clipping and iron injection. That's the iron injection, tooth clipping is done. The reason why we do the iron injection is basically to supplement the iron as a mineral, because the mother's milk or the sow's milk cannot meet the demand of the piglet. So the next management practice that we normally have in our farm, we do it on day 21, and on this day we normally do the second iron injection, and also we normally do the castration. We normally castrate the male piglets for various reasons. One of them is the aim is to minimize or avoid the boa taint. It's the smell that normally an uncastrated boa has. The second reason why we normally castrate our pig is to ensure that we are able to control our breeding and also reduce the chances of inbreeding in the farm. And that reason why we do the castration is because to increase chances of our market or demand of our pigs. The reason being, some of the consumers they don't prefer an uncastrated boa for meat purposes. For us to be very practical, that's the reason why we are in this pen. These are our future breeding stock. And some of the factors that we have used for selecting these 5 young guards is that one, we have considered their growth rate. They have had a very high growth rate, considering that these young guards, they are just 4 months old. Then we also consider the number of ticks. And for our case, if we are keen, if we can be able to count, we have ensured that the selected stock has at least 14 ticks in each and every one of them. The other one, we also check on deformity. And if, for example, this one, we can be able to zoom the walking gait. She has a very normal walking gait. There are no deformities. The stepping gait is also very normal. We also check the history of the mother. When you're checking the history of the mother of these young pigs, the mother should have a high prolific rate and also a high mothering ability. When I'm talking about mothering ability, basically I mean that the mother should be able to nurse the young ones. That is, she can be able to, if for example she gives birth to 14 piglets, if she can be able to raise about 12 or 13 or 14, we can consider that as a good mother. Basically, if the mother can be able to ensure that there is 80% survival rate, that one we consider it is a good mother in this farm. Then, the prolificacy level, we consider if the mother can be able to give quite a number, a high litter size. If a number produces about 13 and above, in this farm we consider that as a prolific mother. If a mother produces less than 9, we may not consider the sow, the offsprings of that sow, good for breeding purposes. Again, on the boa, for this case we don't have any boa in this pen, but ideally for the boa we check on the testicles. The testicles of the boa should be 2, and they should be well descended. In some cases you may realize that a boa has one testicle. That one is not considered as a good boa for breeding purposes. Then in some cases there are some boas with a condition called testicular hernia, whereby one hernia has overgrown, or maybe it has an abnormal size and shape. That one is not considered good for breeding purposes. Again, when you're selecting a good boa, you also consider the stepping gait. The gait should be normal, and also the animal should be walking in the normal gait. Basically, also there should be no deformities. The animal should not have any congenital issue. Yeah. Regardless of being a farmer or being in business, animals have their own rights, just like human beings. So it's always advisable that you ensure that the animal's rights are taken care of. For example, there are 5 freedoms of an animal. We have the animal should be free from pain. The animal should be free from hunger. The animal should express its normal behavior, and the other one the animal should be freedom from hunger and thirst. One, for example, in our case, we ensure that each animal, or if I may use this as an example, has consumed enough feeds and in the right proportion. That's for that case we are taking care of the animal right, the welfare. They should be free from hunger. In our case here, we have a modern feeding trough where we normally put the feeds, and the fish should be for this pen. We are giving it a drip it out, so that the animal should consume up to her or his own satisfaction. The next freedom is freedom from hunger. From that, we ensure that the pens, the nipple, are functioning well. If you can see, they are functioning well. All of them, they are in good condition, and they have enough and clean water, so the animals can be able to consume enough water. The other freedom is that the animals are able to express their normal behavior. If you can see, the pig, for example, here, the winners, they can be able to, they are able to play, they are able to interact as a team. The other freedom is from pain. Freedom from pain. We are making sure that the animals are not subjected to any form of pain, whether from the external or maybe amongst themselves. How we are achieving this is ensuring that we are grouping the animals as per their in their age groups and also in their ideal sizes. If by any chance you classify a young animal or a small animal with a huge one, there is a very high possibility of some stress, or the animal may even end up fighting. So for that case, we ensure that we are grouping them or nearly the same size.
Now, it has taken me about 11 months. We started in October 2023. We normally have large whites and sometimes crossed with a duloc breed. Now, the benefits of large white is that it has a very massive body, that is, it is large, and dulocs normally meet within the shortest time possible. That is why we crossbreed them. This means that the pig I brought here, all of them, that is about 80 pigs, 6 of them became number ones. One of them was the best. That is, it became the champion of the ESK show 2024. What they look for, they consider the weight of the pig, the health, that is the health of that pig, and the management, how that pig has been managed. Now, one thing we started from what we know, because like I've said, is that my farm is not very old. It is a new farm, and we started with the graduates because we know about them. Maybe as time goes on, we will look for other breeds, but as per now, those are the best breeds we have. Now, other benefits of pigs is that when you keep pigs, you find out that you can make some money within the shortest time possible. Now, they are not very involving like cows when it comes to feeding. Number two, you get manure within a very short time. Since you are in an area where we normally farm, we don't buy manure. Yes, it can be used for biogas, just like the one for dairy cows. Now, the pig feeds, because if you consider the amount of feeds you give for every pig, you should consider the shortest time possible. That is, feeding should be within the shortest time possible for, say, 6 months. And if you deduct the amount of feeds, then a pig that is 60 kilograms at a cost of maybe that 60,000 shillings, it should consume about 10,000 shillings on feeds. So if you subtract that 60,000 from 10, then you can make a profit of 26,000 within 6 months. Now, patience is key, because all depends on what you intend to do. If you want to start making maybe the business of piglets, you should wait for 60 days. That is after the pigs were born, so that you can start selling the first piglets within 60 days. But it is important to consider the numbers. The more numbers you have, the better. Now, the challenges we normally get is that the truth is that pig feeds are expensive and healthy services. Because if you combine the healthy services and pig feeds, then that is one of the biggest challenges. The last challenge is there's a lot of dynamism in the market, because so many brokers have invaded the market that they are keeping you away from the buyers. And there is no vibrancy in the market, so that you're able to sell your pork at maybe a good marketplace. Now, the most important thing in pigs is that you should protect them from any kind of disease. Like when it comes to deworming, they should be dewormed within the shortest time possible. And pigs are known to be born without iron. They should be injected with iron. That is the first 3 days, then after 1 month. If you can be able to do that, then your pigs will be disease free and there will be no cause of alarm. So what we normally do is that pigs are fed twice per day. And that is basically the tradition we have adopted of giving them feeds in the morning, 6 in the morning and 6 in the evening. And they are used to that because they have been conditioned to that kind of tradition, practice. Now, for now, we are using feeds from Jumbo, which include starters for piglets, then growers, then finishers. But for the mothers, that is the mothers which have been serviced, we normally use gestators and lactators who have piglets which are sucking. Now, pigs can be served as early as 6 months, but we also advised that we should wait for 7 months, so that in case the pig is on heat for the first time, you should just disregard and wait for the second time, that is between 6 to 7 months. Now, pigs are brilliant because what I know is that they are easily conditioned. They have those reflex conditions which they easily understand and practice, depending on the farmer or depending on the person who is rearing the pigs. All depends on, one, the environment in which they are in and the practices of feeding. That they will adapt to those within the shortest time possible. Yes, I believe they're intelligent animals. We sell pigs from piglets to goats, baconiers, and even porkers. So it depends on with the buyer, what he wants to buy from the farm. We have all those kinds of pigs. Now, our target market, maybe it's around 100 within the next 2 years. Now, we are located in Mara sub-county of the Rakanidi County at a place known as Wero. Wero, just near the tea factory. That is about 196 kilometers from Nairobi. That is where we are. My contact is 0721 252314. Thanks and welcome.
So that's it, folks. We have recapped the year 2024. I hope 2025 you'll be with us. We release videos every Saturday. So join us, subscribe to our channel so that we can be able to get all this goodness. Thanks a lot for joining us and we love your support. Till next time, it's adios.